Welcome back. We're in the home stretch of the NSIC season where every game could make or break a team's postseason chances, and we've got one of those games live on Saturday at 1 p.m. Minnesota State at Bemidji State. David Brown will be calling the game, and he joins us in studio. Welcome, David.
Thank you. It's going to be a good one.
Absolutely, and we'll take a look at both these teams and the visitors from Minnesota State. So what's the current state on the Mavs?
Well, the current state of the Mavericks is about as well as it could be going right now. They're the #1 team in all Division II. They've topped the coaches poll for each of the last 5 weeks, and they've topped the D2Football.com poll the entire season, 8 weeks. But if you ask players and coaches, they honestly have yet to reach their full potential. This is a team that's been contending for a national championship each of the last 5 seasons, but they haven't reached that ultimate goal yet. They're 7-0, undefeated this year, seemingly firing on all cylinders. But I talked to head coach Todd Hoffner earlier this week, and he told me that this past Saturday's game, which you're seeing highlights of, a 62-13 victory over Minot State, that was the first time he felt he saw a complete team effort this season. I think the experience of this team from years past has given them a renewed focus, and that's going to be critical as they head seemingly toward another playoff run. So Minnesota State undefeated on top of the world right now, but still looking to improve.
And on the other side, Bemidji State is 5-2 and coming off of a road loss against Upper Iowa. So what's prevailing Bemidji right now?
I think it's an opportunity for them, and you ask anyone up there, they're very disappointed by that loss at Upper Iowa. On paper, that's a game they should have won, but the reality is now they have 2 losses on the season, and they simply can't afford to lose another one this season. So with that being said, Minnesota State represents their toughest test, but it will be on Bemidji's home field. They've proven to be pretty formidable at Chet Anderson Stadium. They've won 12 of their last 14 games there. That includes an 18-point second-half comeback just 2 weeks ago against the University of Sioux Falls. The Beavers honestly just need to stick to their bread and butter, running the football with Andrew Lukowski and Jalen Fry and creating turnovers. This is a ball-hawking defense. They lead the NSIC with a +11 turnover ratio. They also lead the conference with 14 interceptions. They're really simple, basic, fundamental principles, but honestly, that's been what's effective for the Beavers so far. So if they stick to that, they'll have a chance on Saturday.
So ultimately, in a matchup of the 2 better teams in the conference, what's going to be the determining factor?
I think the biggest factor is going to be a fast start for either side. Minnesota State, believe it or not, has trailed by double digits in 2 of their 3 road games this season. The Mavericks were down 20-7 at Augustana in the 3rd quarter of week 2, came back to win 38-36. They were down 21-7 at Winona State in the 3rd quarter of week 4, came back to win 31-21. Now granted, they won those games, but do they really want to press their luck and just rely on the fact they can make second-half adjustments? Somehow, I doubt it. On the other side, as I mentioned, Bemidji State's last win was coming back from a 21-3 deficit in the 3rd quarter to beat Sioux Falls 25-21. So you have both teams that have proven capable of overcoming large deficits in the second half, but that's simply not something you can count on. Whoever starts the fastest on Saturday, to me, is going to have the edge. It's going to be about 35 degrees and windy, so running may be key. So, Elena, we're just going to see who hits the ground running.